Hey guys, sorry, I got cut off because my battery was dying. Brr. So, where I was, oh, I was talking about the Benadryl and the itchiness of your skin when it comes to wearing your faja and that sort of thing. So, and sorry about the light, guys. I was outside, and now that I have to be inside, I have less light. So, I was saying to invest in some good tank tops that are not ribbed, like wife beaters are ribbed. So like just solid um tank tops, spaghetti strap tank tops, that sort of thing, in order to be sure that you don't like imprint into your skin while you're trying to compress your midsection and your body. So let's see. Next thing I was looking at, as far as what you need after surgery, is protein, and vitamin C and zinc are essential to healing. B12 and iron both aid in a bone marrow. Now, I honestly wrote that down a while back, was trying to figure out bone marrow. Hmm. So, to be honest with you, I wrote that down. I meant to go back to research that to figure out why so I could tell you guys why. But you guys could probably research it and let me know why I would say something like that. So, um, now I'm gonna move on to items that you would need after surgery, and this is mainly a list of things that I have researched and found that people say is a lot more useful, because there's a whole bunch of lists that are out there, but a lot of people may not use everything on their list. So I have pineapple juice, the tea and the fruit. I have vitamin C. I have stool softener, Miralax, that sort of thing. I have faja. They normally, if you get a deal, will provide the post-op faja, and you have to purchase the stage 1 and stage 2 fajas. So that's going to be something you're going to need after surgery, not necessarily directly after surgery, because you don't necessarily know what size you're going to end up being, but they will let you know. And my suggestion to you would be to go ahead and purchase the faja that the surgeons, suggest for you to purchase if you can afford it. Then you can go ahead and purchase another faja on your own, because now you know your size of faja, and you could go ahead and purchase it on Amazon, or other other outlets that you can go to get your faja, which I have a list of too. Other people, other vendors, that sort of thing, that might be cheaper, but at least now you know your correct size, because if you purchase it before surgery, you run the risk of not getting the right size, and that would be like a waste of money and time. So stage 1 and stage 2 fajas is going to be needed after surgery. You're also going to need a waist belt, or a waist trainer. The difference between a waist belt and a waist trainer, a waist belt typically is what people will put on their waist, after surgery, to kind of cinch their waist. A waist trainer is, kind of resembles a corset, but it's not quite the same. Some people confuse the two. A corset has the steel bones in them where you can't necessarily bend them easily. So, whereas the waist trainer has the bones in them, but they're not the steel bones. They're more flexible, like cartilage. That's the best way I can describe the bones that are in a waist trainer versus um uh versus a corset. I have both. I will actually, as a matter of fact, let me show you guys. I have a waist trainer, and I have a waist belt and a waist trainer. All right. So this is considered a waist belt. See that? Has the Velcro on it. And this particular belt, woo, getting all kind of messy and discombobulated over here. So this type of belt, of course, doesn't have any bones in it at all. Well, nah, doesn't have any bones in it. I mean, it has things to keep it kind of straight, but as you wrap it around your waist, um, you you know the Velcro goes like this, and then there's a second part that you can wrap around your waist to cinch the middle of your waist. But this is considered a waist belt, and most people use a waist belt to work out in because it increases the core temperature and that makes you sweat more around your waist. Now this is considered a waist trainer, and the reason it's a waist trainer, it has the bone inside of it, but it's not steel bones. It's very flexible. See how I can bend that? Right. This is a latex waist trainer. And so it has the 3 rows that I can eventually move from here to here to here. So that's what I would put on, most likely at least a month or 2 after surgery. Whereas a month after surgery, I could start wearing this. And then maybe like 2 months after surgery, I could start wearing this. Because you definitely don't want to disrupt any kind of open incisions that you may have and that sort of thing. So it's a good idea to like try to take it easy, not necessarily do too much, especially the month after surgery. And so that's for that. Now, H chlor is something that I heard of from another YouTuber. H-CHLOR 12%. That is something that's supposed to be good for wound cleaning. So it kills MRSA, MRSA. It kills MRSA, and that's a skin bacterial infection, a skin eating bacterial infection that's really, really common to get, especially in very dirty situations, and even more so in a situation where you have an open wound. So be very careful with that. NextCare, Tegaderm for small open wounds and faja burns. That's something that I was suggested by another YouTuber, or not I was suggested, but I heard about. Another thing that I know that I went over real fast, but I did not actually that I didn't actually like stay on, was the foam boards, the ab boards, and the lumbar boards. I actually have all 3 of them, and let me go get them for you because it makes no sense for me to tell you about something and if I have it, not show you. You know what I mean? So hold on.